Welcome back to the final block on day one of the IBSA Judo World Cup in Tbilisi 2026. We're going to start off with the J1 category under 70 kilograms. First up is the bronze medal contest. We are going to be watching Aslan Nurdaletov of Kazakhstan against Viktor Rudenko of his neutral Paralympic athlete. So in the wide judoki, Nurdaletov, the current continental champion in Asia, we're facing Rudenko, who has an extensive career. 2015 European champion and a 5th place in Tbilisi in 2020. So he'll not want to be missing out on this 5th place today. Be wanting that bronze medal to take home. Now you can always go to the adjoining mat, which is tatami 1. Also, bronze medal contest in the J1 under 70 kilogram category with Georgi Gamjashvili of Georgia and Omindo Rodriguez of France. No scores yet on the board here. Now, we're going to call a mate there. Oh, what a wonderful score there for Nurdaletov. Unfortunate for Rudenko, who's going to have to settle for another 5th place finish, but that was some ippon in the first 30 seconds of the contest. Bronze medal for Nurdaletov of Kazakhstan. Get across in there for the wonderful technique. Stretch right the way across there, just catching the outside leg and wheeling his opponent around for the ippon score. Now we're going to move into the final of the J1 under 70 kilogram category. We have current Olympic champion, bronze medalist at Tokyo and Rio. We have Florin Alexandru Baloga of Romania. And he will be coming up against Dongdong Kamani of Italy, who took a 7th place in the Paralympic Games in Paris, but also holds a world bronze medal in the 2022 championships. Now, it's been quite an exciting year already for Baloga, who won Sportsman of the Year in Romania's first Paralympic Sports Gala. That was only last month. Recognised, of course, for his incredible Paralympic achievements. And yeah, reaching the pinnacle of his career in Paris. Yep, the #1 seed is still going strong, and I'll be fighting for the gold medal here at the World Cup in Tbilisi. Now it's one mountain to climb for Kamani, but given how strong his performance was today, and especially in his semi-final, I definitely think Baloga is going to be up against it. Strong support from Team Italia there in the crowd. First exchange. Oh, persevering with that Tomnagi attempt from Baloga. Quick reactions from Kamani there. Spin there back to centre there by the referee. Gripping up again for the next exchange. A side sumi attempt there from Baloga, but it's very well defended by Kamani. I'm sure he is expecting it. Baloga tries to sumi on the other side this time. But again, still very well defended by Kamani. Doesn't want to fall behind on the attacks here. He does get a lift. So, yeah, it could have been quite well controlled. Just maybe a pull from one side. One of those lapels would have just swung him around. But we're back to the centre. Almost through the first minute of contest time. But nothing on the board as of yet. Oh, went to go quite a side bit for a Kataguruma. Kamani's going to have to work hard now to keep himself in the game. Kamani's coach asking for a penalty there for false attacking, but Kamani's still having to try really, really hard to defend this one. But for both of them, they're enjoying this low stance, hoping to blast up into the Sumigashi or Tominagi. And now that we've seen something a bit different from Beloga, perhaps they're going to have to change the tactics a little bit here. You see the spin he gets from this. Oh, and eventually it was caught there by Beloga and scores the ippon. So it's just been persevering. Going again and again. You see that lovely side skip? It's more of a Yokoguruma on this occasion, so the foot didn't actually go up towards the hip or in the inside of the leg, it just took away the bottom. Just swept away that foot. But it's been a fantastic performance from Kamani today. But reigning supreme continues, Beloga. Certainly representing that gold back patch well here in Tbilisi. Well, the 70 kilogram men have made fast work so far in the final block. So we'll be running straight into the J1 category, 52 kilogram women. And on to Tammy 2 with us, we have and here come the athletes. In the white judogi, we will have Marta Manzanero Rui of Spain against Omnia Dawood of Egypt. So it'll definitely be a tough matchup. Manzanero, previous European bronze medalist, made a Paralympic debut in Paris. And Dawood picked up 2 silver medals in 2025, both in Sao Paulo and at home in Giza in Egypt. So definitely a rising star in this category. Very quick equal score put on the board there by Manzanero. But Dawood defending well so far. She's been rolled. Can Manzanero get control of the head? And Mate called. There we go. Just see that little hook, that little Ochigari. Again, she tries to go for that leg. But it's Davoud this time who tries to come in there for a Seoinage. Manzanero straight on the upper body. Mate is called. Another attempt from Davoud there, but she's quite far away from her opponent. There was no impact for that one. Davoud definitely applying the pressure now. See, Manzanero's just trying to break free of Davoud's really strong grip and trying to take control in the head. You can see she's working now, looking for a shimiwaza. But the mate is called. It was a nice entry from Davoud to bring Manzanero down onto the tatami there. There was almost an opportunity there for a second row. She had really great contact there, but just obviously didn't feel confident enough to put in the attack. Right, we're into the second half of the contest now. Only a yuko on the board there for Manzanero. Judo then issued for Manzanero for passivity. Oh, there was a nice COI entry there for Manzanero. Just now aware that she's fallen behind on the pace a little bit. She's going to play some catch up. And just see she pulls Davoud on for that attack. Just needed that extra little push perhaps. A bit more rotation, which came very close to another score there. almost made a bit of a mistake there. She was pulling their opponent round and then just got a little bit stuck and almost fell backwards. Maybe a bit of a missed opportunity there for Dawood, unfortunately. Just about to get into the final minute. Dawood's got some chasing to do, but she's really going for it. She's getting that strong grip. Can she make an impact? Oh, Matley calls to exit the area. Oh, they're battling it out in Newaza now. There was a few exchanges there. Dawood was just looking to get past the arm. You can sense their frustration. She knows the time's just ticking away. Oh, now she's moved into Newaza. She has a strong grip there, but Manzanero's just got that that cross grip on the lapel, just keeping her opponent at bay and really making it uncomfortable for her. There's only a few seconds left on the clock now. And that concludes the first bronze medal contest on this tatami. And the win goes to Manzanero of Spain. So it was an early score on the board from Manzanero, that Yuko that's managed to carry her through in order to win that bronze medal here today in Tbilisi. And that wonderful drive she had, just lost control of her opponent as she went down. That Yuko could have very easily been a Wazari if she just had that extra push, but that was all that was needed in order to take that medal. And now we're going to move on to the final of the J1 under 52 kilogram category. In the white judogi, we have the #1 seed and the current world champion, Josilede de Andrade of Brazil, against Bonu Babayeva of Uzbekistan, who is probably one of the breakthrough athletes of today. She was ranked 14th in the category. She's come out and defeated the #2 seed. Looks really, really strong. Let's see how she can manage against the Paralympic bronze medalist from Paris, D'Andrade. And here we go, we're underway in this J1 under 52 kilogram final. You can see they've got some very strong grips. Babaeva's just trying to draw D'Andrade in, trying to close that gap, trying to readjust her grip. She wants that one. She wants that high hand. There we go. She almost had it there. Just reaching over that that right shoulder of D'Andrade and looking to get a grip down her back. There we go. Oh, she just managed it, but Mate is called. Judo issued to both athletes for passivity. Now, similarly, this happened in the semi-final for D'Andrade, and that Judo just seemed to ignite a fire, and then she was off on the attacks after that. So maybe we'll see a change of pace now. Again, Babaeva looking for that high hand. But the pair will have to come up with an attack soon. There we go, that sort of... See, this disruption from Babaeva, trying to get this high hand is causing D'Andrade to move a little bit more, but still we're waiting for this attack. There's a lot of Ashiwaza, and they're going to call Mate again. Both, unfortunately, will likely pick up another Judo. Yep, so that's 2 Judos apiece there. Still looking for this attack. We're a minute and a half into the contest now. Well, Babaeva was trying to work there on the ground, looking for a shimiwaza. Could hear the excitement from her teammates. Yep, still searching for that high hand is Babaeva. Well, D'Andrade has managed to get her onto the ground. She seems to have a good grip on that arm. Whether or not she could... Yeah, she's let go of it there. So now Babaeva's going to try and work down there in the newaza. Good defense from D'Andrade. Oh, and there we go. There's the score. Wazari score from Dre Andrada. And continuing the Osaikomi, if she can just keep her legs, she can just prevent it from being held, but the long legs of Babayeva are coming for her. No. Just a moment, because the referee did wave off the Osaikomi. So we'll just see the action there. So Babayeva was obviously looking for that high hand stretched across, but she was undercut by De Andrada there. I'm just going to have a correction. I think it's a Wazari and a Yuko to go on the scoreboard. Yep. Okay, we've got 52 seconds left. Babayeva's been given a second chance here because the referee did call off that Osaikomi. She grabbed her legs. But she will have to come up with a score. Of course, they both need to be careful. They need to come forward. They need to be proactive because they both have 2 Shidos on the board. They can't afford to be passive even in these final 20 seconds. Oh, there's a bit of change of pace there from De Andrada, who was switching up with her Ashiwaza. Can she come in for something else in the final 3 seconds? Well, it was a drop and a last-ditch attempt there from Babayeva. And there's the final buzzer, and the gold medal goes to De Andrada of Brazil. Okay, we are going to get underway with the first of the awarding ceremonies for the J1 under 70 kilogram category. Bronze medals awarded to Aslan Nurdauletov of Kazakhstan. Second bronze medal goes to Georgi Gamjashvili of Georgia. Silver medal for Dongdong Kamani of Italy. And finally, the gold medal goes to the current Paralympic champion, Alexandru Bologa of Romania.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please all rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Romania. Congratulations to the medalists. Now please, family picture with the IBSA Judo. This is category GEO, men under 17 kg.
Okay, so let's get started in the J2 category of under 70 kilograms. In the white judogi, we have Tiago da Silva of Brazil, who will be going up against Sergio Ibanez Banon of Spain in the blue judogi. Now, Sergio Ibanez Banon came in as the top seed today, but was defeated by the current world champion. And Tiago, the number 2 seed, who was also defeated by eventual finalist Nima Kanaluli of Kazakhstan. Lovely Yuko scored there. Straight in. Silva's working hard on the ground there. I mean, he had that foot right in the hip, right over for the Tomonagi. You can see Ibanez Banon now working on the ground. He has secured partially the top of Da Silva, but Da Silva always looks to be a bit threatening there, really crunching down on his opponent. So although Ibanez is trying to get that leg out, there seems to be no movement. The referee is called Mate. Wow, such a dynamic fight. Da Silva's really keen to get down there on into the near waza, trying to open up Ibanez. Judo for passivity awarded to Ibanez. Just falling off the pace a little bit there. Oh, big stretch across there from Ibanez, wanting to get in there quickly for an attack. But Da Silva is persevering with this Tomonagi attempt. Now, he's left himself a little bit open here on the ground. Can Ibanez control the top half of Da Silva and get that leg out? On again. Da Silva swift in. which has then resulted in Ibanez wanting to go straight to the ground to try and wrap it up, but De Silva's just too strong. He's not allowing Ibanez the space to work by just drawing him in as close as possible. All right, regripping. Yeah, and again, in for that Tominagi. He's so quick off the bat to get in for that attack. Now he's working down there in the knee waza. Is he looking for a shimmy? Well, he's just lost the control of the head there. The Ibanez is on his back working as well. They're both very comfortable working in the knee waza here, but it's just a case of who'll be able to get the control, and if Ibanez can keep working at that leg, which there we go, he's managed to do it. Yeah, can he walk around and escape it? No, he's managed to do that. De Silva has obviously proven earlier just how strong he is, but seems to have got himself caught in a terrible position here. I think the number 1 seed, as Neil and Sheldon like to call it, he's made a save. And the bronze medal goes to Sergio Ibanez Banon of Spain, who just kept persevering down there in the Newaza. It looked earlier like he just wouldn't have had the space to do it, but he worked a lot quicker on that exchange and had his legs out. So the bronze medal goes to number 1 seed. Tokyo Paralympic silver medalist, Ibanez. Well, the final of the J2 under 70 kilogram category is sure to be an interesting one. It's the number 10 and 11 seed of the event today. Of course, one of them is the current world champion. So high expectations for Kamran Nuraliyev of Uzbekistan, who will face Ibrahim Nurmagomedov of Kazakhstan to decide who will take home the gold medal here at the World Cup in Tbilisi. Now, it's worth mentioning that he may be the current world champion, but he is also the defending world champion. So it's 2 years in a row he's taken that incredible title. He managed to take a silver here in Tbilisi in 2021. So he's managed to have a little upgrade here, but somewhat expected when you wear in the red back patch. So yeah, let's see what he can do with this youngster who defeated the number 2 seed, De Silva, who obviously just lost out on that bronze medal against Ibanez. But I think there are high hopes for Nurmagomedov of Kazakhstan. Had a big win in the Asian Championships in the team event. Defeated the Paralympic champion, Sherzod Namazov. So let's see what he has to offer Nuraliyev. Now it'll be interesting to see what techniques are working against one another in this one. Nurmagomedov's got a slight height advantage on this. Perhaps the Tominagis won't work as well, but That was one incredible Uchimata. It was impressive for Nuralayev to have escaped that one. He threatened with that earlier on in the day. So Nuralayev's just gone for a bit of a Koh Soto attack there around the leg, but yeah, just having discrepancies on the gripping there. Yes, Nurmagomedov threatened with this Uchimata earlier on in his contest and has managed to beat some of his opponents. Again, he's gone in for that. He's so strong, but Nuralayev's felt the danger now. Looks to go and find himself on his arm. See, doubling up on his attacks. Now, can he use that inside grip to control Nuralayev if he's lifting up for that Uchimata, or would he prefer having a high hand like down his back? I don't think it's going to make much difference. He's going for it anyway. But Nuralayev, oh, tried to come in for that counter and he scored the Yuko for it. And they're just going to have another quick look at it. Look for that landing. Yeah, he really lifted him up there, but landed off his back, yeah. So Nurmagomedov might have that height, but Nuralayev's got that great base where he can really just get down and launch his opponent back for a counter. Can expect to see quite nice uranagis in this head-to-head. Oh, Nuralayev's gone down for a sumigaeshi there. Although mentioned earlier whether or not that will work so well against Nurmagomedov with his longer legs. Whether he'll be able to get that leverage. Oh, again, he's going to drive back with the Ouchi instead, so he switched directions. Scoring a Wazari. Now, we're just out of the first minute of the contest, so there is still all to play for unless he can find a way to finish this final in Newaza. But Nuralayev looks nice and wrapped up. Oh, has he got the control of that sleeve? Can see him working away. Maybe trying to look for a Shimiwaza opening, but Nuralayev just looks too tight. Mat is being called. Well, so far these finalists have certainly delivered. Throughout the day, they've been given a great performance, and it is not ending anytime soon. Oh, again, he's looking for that. Oh, what a change of direction. Wow. So not only has he managed to step off, he has quite literally gone 180 and completely changed the direction of the contest. Just launching Nurmagomedov up onto his back. It was a huge hike. Oh, there's the Uchimata again. Right, minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. He is looking to try and secure something down here on the ground, but he'll also be very well aware that he wants those seconds to tick down. He's up the Wazari. All right, 1 minute left for Nuralayev to try and pull this one back, try and make a comeback. But as I mentioned before, Nurmagomedov is this rising youngster who's threatening Paralympic champion. So Nuralayev's chancing himself as an Uchimata run of his own. Oh, and a nice little switch. Feigning the Uchimata. Only a turn back in for a Tomonagi attempt. But Nurmagomedov is not following down to the Newazari. He's not interested. So close, so close. What an intense final. Okay, Judo for passivity given to Nurmagomedov. Now there's still 24 seconds left on the clock, so in these next exchanges he needs to be very active. Otherwise he's going to risk losing out on this gold medal. Alright, well he's managed to... What a huge overall. I mean, Nuralayev standing up there, he's got 8 seconds left. Right, Nurmagomedov needs to pull something out. Wow, what a win for the number 10 seed of this event. Did he give enough? Yeah. So that was a result of the Uchimata attempt from Nuralayev that Nurmagomedov just controlled down there in the previous exchange from that. Now we come to the awarding ceremony of the J1 under 52 kilogram category. First of the bronze medals goes to Maria Manzanero Rui of Spain. And the second of the bronze medals goes to Priscilla Gagne of Canada. Silver medal, Bonu Babayeva of Uzbekistan. And gold medalist, current world champion, Rosilene de Andrade of Brazil. Okay, let's get started on the J2 category under 52 kilograms. We're going to start with the bronze medal contest between Kokila of India and Sahida Eke of Turkey. Eke has been given some extremely strong performances as of recent. Paralympic bronze medal in Paris, as well as a world bronze. But Kokila has been on fire today. She's got such ballistic and strong judo. We'll see how Eke deals in this contest. Okay, let's go in the first exchange. Kolika's definitely got a strong grip there. Eke was just having to make some adjustments. Lovely entry there from Kokila. Minute into this bronze medal contest here. Another great drive from Kokila. She certainly feels like the one who is leading the contest at the moment. Eke's always sort of threatening with this. As you can see, as they're skipping towards her, she feels that movement towards her and just tries to take that leg away to the side. Okay, we're almost halfway through the contest here. It's pretty even, I would say, in terms of attacks. Kokula's really looking for this Seoinage entry to throw forward, and Eke's more looking to the side. I mean, there's another attempt from Kokula. Eke straight on the top. See if she can do something, either just block Kokula altogether to avoid any work on the ground, or maybe she feels like there could be some opportunity for herself. Oh, we just saw the alteration of Eke's grip there. So she had the other one on the sleeve, took it from the opposite lapel, and just came onto that sleeve, to the same sleeve, looking maybe either for a Katagruma or Yokogruma perhaps. So he's given a Judo for passivity to Kokula on this after that exchange. Both athletes trying to set up there. Bit of an error there from Eke. Kokula was expecting that one. So Eke drops the leg. Yeah, just really overstretches for that one. Kolika creates a space and I mean, looks to try and counter, I suppose, but maybe didn't have the control for that. But it was certainly good anticipation from Kokula in that movement. Eke, you can see now, is really closing in that space. She felt it was too far as well. She won't be putting herself at risk. So, minute left to go in this bronze medal contest between Kokula and Eke. Only a single Judo on the board for Kokula. Still looking for that score. They're getting closer and closer. There was a bit of a drive from Kokula there, but needed to get a bit more rotation. If she was looking for a Seoinage entry, or I don't know if she can get close enough and do that drive backwards, and Ouchi would work. She's doing a lot of setting up with her feet. She's looking more for those forward throwing attacks. Now again. Okay, just dropping and driving through to the side there, but Kokula just dropped down to ensure there'd be no score attained from that. And now we're going to golden score in this J2 under 52 kilogram bronze medal contest. Now a Judo picked up from the Turkish athlete. Change of pace there, but still Kokula's just able to kill off that attack as she's coming in at the end. Now she's going to attempt to, it looked like she was going to attempt to pull through with the Newaza there, and she should have a good grip and some good control there, so I don't know what's made her decide to just stand up instead. Well, it's been a very evenly fought contest until now. That was an incredible change of direction from Kokula. I think we're just having a little look at it. But it did look like she tried to throw forward with the, Sinagi, and then it was change of direction to throw backwards. That was a really wonderful win there by Kokula, who just managed to change it up. Should have threatened so many times with that Sinagi, but just didn't quite have the rotation on it. She just felt that resistance and changed direction to score a Yuko. And now we'll be moving on to the final of the J2 under 52 kilogram category. In the white judogi, we will have the #1 seed, Alessia Stepaniuk, neutral Paralympic athlete. And she will be facing Sandrine Martinet-Arrieras of France. Now, these two athletes have just strings of accolades to their name. Stepaniuk, the top seed, has Paralympic medals from Tokyo, Beijing, gold medal from the IBSA World Championships and the World Games. Sandrine Martinet-Orieres she has had quite a spanning career. She has 4 Paralympic silver medals starting in 2004 and 1 gold medal from Rio. So the level of these 2 athletes is nothing short of incredible. So Orieres results slightly predate Stepaniak's, but she is the number 1 seed today. Let's see if she can use that a little bit extra experience. Now she was looking for the Osai Kome, but Stepaniak's managed to chain out of it, and that's not going to stop her from going again. Yep, now she's secured the top half. Well, after going into golden score for the bronze medal contest, Martinet-Orieres has sealed her gold medal in the World Cup here in Tbilisi in 50 seconds.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Tbilisi IBSA Judo gold medalist for the women's 50 kg individual representing France, Sandrine Orieres.
Okay, now we are going to go to the awarding ceremony of the J2 under 70 kilogram category. So the first bronze medal will be awarded to Sergio Ibanez Banon of Spain. The second goes to the host nations, Zurab Zurabiani of Georgia. Silver medal goes to the current world champion and defending world champion, Kemran Nuralayev of Uzbekistan. But the judoka coming out on top today is Ibrahim Numakanuli of Kazakhstan. Okay, let's get started with the upcoming bronze medal contest in the J1 under 81 kilogram category. We have Mahmoud Ali of Egypt against Gökçe Yavuz of Turkey. Now, both have given really strong performances today. Yavuz actually took a silver medal here last year in Tbilisi, losing out to Sabah Bagdavadze of Georgia in the final, who he also lost to in the semi-final today. Unfortunately, they had an earlier matchup then. Well, I imagine the final he was looking forward to. European bronze medalist in 2023 and also represented Turkey in the Paralympics in Paris. Well, he's right in there with that Chigari, which he's been throwing with throughout the day. I was moving on to working on that neck, but Mate has been called. So, first exchange underway. Now they're into the second. They're regripping. Ali's already shown earlier on today how much he likes to move around the tatami and get that momentum for a sumigashi or a tomonagi attempt. Whereas Yavuz is quite keen just to, as soon as that hajime is called, he's in there with that ushigari, doing a quick little turn just to make sure his opponent is right on that leg. Yeah, looking for that turn. And he's stretched off, perhaps also looking for a makakomi that we saw earlier on today. Again, Yavuz is on his back, looking to try and work in that neck for a shimiwaza perhaps, or just to get control of the head in order to pull off a turn. Judo issued for Ali for a leg grab. Not in that exchange, but from the previous one. We saw the Turkish coach calling for that. So they had a review. Oh, there's that Uchigari that Yavuz is after. Oh, and again, and then he gets it this time. Nice drive back, scores the Wazari. He's on top, but he has that leg trapped. If you can just cut. Yeah, get that control, but he's going to lose it here, I think, unless he readjusts. Yeah, Ali's going to keep tight hold of him there. So wrapping around that leg and driving through with that shoulder. That was a big win on the adjoining mat there for Geronimo Silva of Brazil. As you can see, Ali's just got this nice strong grip on the back of Yavuz's head, but it doesn't seem to bother Yavuz too much because he's looking to go under and kind of drive him with his shoulder or against his opponent's chest anyways with that Uchigari. So being a bit lower is not so much of an inconvenience to him. So we're into the final half of this contest now. As you can see, the initial Wazari that was awarded to Yavuz was reconsidered and looked at by the commission, and looked at that landing and instead awarded the Yuko. Oh, lovely Sinagi attempt there from Yavuz, but Ali was just off his back, so he just continued around the way and he didn't roll off in the way that Yavuz would have liked. You can just see he has a lovely entry here. Ali's coming straight onto it, but yeah, Yavuz just rolled slightly the wrong way, so Ali went around instead of over. Now you could see where Ali was trying to go with that. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get the momentum for Tommy or a Sumigashi, but unfortunately just ended up falling flat. He didn't have a strong enough grip or the momentum, and Yavuz was anticipating it, so just shut that down straight away. Now again, he's going to go for it again, but just over rotates. Now that might be a personal choice for Yavuz, rather than looking at it as an over rotation, going straight forward and obviously being on his front. He might not want to be down there in the ground and run the risk of Ali turning around and starting working on him. So if he can turn out of it and get up off and onto his feet quicker, I might prefer the next exchange. Ali just moving some hefty tape in there. See that quick adjustment from Ali, wanting that grip right around the back of his neck. Oh, that might have ended up being a big mistake for Yavuz. So that was a Yuko scored there. You can just see he goes in for that Ouchi, but misses the leg. Ali's got that really strong grip on the back of his neck and just guides him down and scores the Yuko there. Now Yavuz needs to be really careful. He doesn't want to find himself on the end of another mistake like that. Right, seems to have some decent control. If he could just get underneath his head and get that leg out. But I mean, there's 52 seconds left in this contest. Can he do it? Can he make the readjustment? No, Ali's managed to get out. Just didn't have control of that head in the newaza there. So we might have got the leg out, but Ali was able to roll straight out of it as soon as that leg was out. Oh, nearly made another huge mistake there, but let's see what the commission say, because it was a little bit a little bit stalled. I mean, for me it was a continued motion, but maybe a little bit on the slow side. Let's just have a look at that motion again. You see he comes down, kind of turns, but Ali was already falling onto him, so he almost falls back as he's coming in for that drop Seoinage, but then thinks, do you know what, I'm just going to continue to drive and see what happens. Where's our cameraman gone? There he is. Wazari scored. All right, 26 seconds left on the clock. Now, Yavuz has no Shido, so he can afford potentially for one exchange or maybe even two to be passive, but also doesn't want to make any mistakes. I like that one. Now, Ali scored the Wazari there, but Yavuz, fortunately, has found himself on top in the Newaza in the Osai Komi. What an exciting final minute of contest time there. So you can see, tries to brace for him, but Ali hooks in the leg, scores the Wazari. But doesn't roll away enough. And Yavuz just capitalises on the ground. Make sure he isn't going anywhere. Right, they're just going to review that. I mean, the argument would be for Ali that his foot was somewhat hooked in, but maybe no control. Okay, so they've taken the Wazari off there for Ali. Now, Ali's argument obviously would have been that his foot was hooked in, but he didn't have any control going down. There was no initiation from his side. And instead, give a Yuko score to Yavuz. Now, 1 second left on the clock. And that's the end there. So, bronze medal in the end goes to Gökçe Yavuz of Turkey. After a really hard-fought day from Ali, that'll be a bit disappointing, but he still gave a great fight for that bronze. Okay, and now we head into the final of the J1 category, under 81 kilograms. Now we'll have some tremendous home support here for the current world champion, Saba Bagdavadze of Georgia, who will now come up against Cyril Jonard of France. Now, Bagdavadze is also defending his Tbilisi title here from last year. And we're hoping he can give the home crowd the performance they've obviously come to witness. Now, Jonard is not going to be an easy walk in the park, that's for sure. He's got over 30 years experience in competition, 10 times world champion, Paralympic gold in Athens, silver in Beijing, and a bronze most recently in Paris. Already in. Kataguruma Wazari scored from Bagdavadze within the first 7 seconds. Now, he actually throws in the opposite direction to the way he's moving them. Oh, well, Jonard went down there probably looking for Yokoguruma or something along those lines, but there wasn't much of an action. Let's just see. Yeah, I was thinking about the sumi, but Bagdavadze had already gone around him so far, and then he went to go down into the newaza. So yeah, Bagdavadze had already travelled too far before Jonard got his foot up to try and get in for a sumigashi or a tomonagi attempt. So, referee just informing Jonard there that the Wazari score has been given to Bagdavadze. Oh, now Bagdavadze went in again, same attack, but Jonard dropped in a defence. Now immediately both looking for that really low stance. Bagdavadze immediately in, going for that Kataguruma again. And now he's on top in the newaza. He's controlling that head. You can see the strength he's putting into that squeeze, but he knows that leg's not coming out, so he's just going to stand up and go for the next exchange. Yeah, he tries to continue to drive over to take Jonard onto his back. Oh, and again, Wazari scored for Bagdavadze. Gold medal win for the host nation in the J1 81 kilogram category. Now we can look at it from the reverse angle. Some serious tewaza there from Bagdavadze, who earns the gold medal again in Tbilisi. sure he'll be very pleased with his performance today. And now we will go to the awarding ceremony for the J2 category under 52 kilograms. First bronze medal goes to Kolika of India. And the second bronze medal goes to Zeynep Bozdemir of Turkey. Silver medal for Alessia Stepanyuk, the neutral Paralympic athletes. And the gold medal goes to Sandrine Martinet-Orieres of France. And now we go to the bronze medal contests of the J2 category under 60 kilograms, where we will have in the white judogi Marta Arcepeno of Spain, who comes up against Kumushkon Kojaeva of Uzbekistan. Again, as we saw in the final of the under 52 kilogram category, with numerous accolades from our finalists, it's not too dissimilar here for the bronze medal contest. Arcepeno has been in 5 Paralympics, medaling in Athens, Beijing, London and Paris. Kojaeva, a silver medal in the Paris Paralympics, a bronze in Tokyo and a world silver from 2023. So plenty of experience between these two athletes. And definitely maybe an expectation there from Kojaeva. Looking to get that leg out. Definitely, I think she would have been anticipating that Makakomi movement from Arcepeno. She's been demonstrating it throughout the day. And she just managed to keep a hold of her neck and really controlled the upper half of the body. She needs to work again now to get that control. So as you can see, she had that grip around on the shoulder. She's desperately trying to get that leg out. She's just done it again, but yeah, Arce managed to roll out. She just didn't keep that control around the head. Oh, got a lovely bit of Ashiwaza in there from Kojaeva. Oh, the exchange isn't over yet. Arcepeno's straight onto her neck there. She managed to... Alright, Mate's been called. But Kojaeva just left herself open a little bit there. As you can see, little Kochi driving forward. And again with a little Kochi. And Kojaeva's wanting the Osai Komi to be called. Can't really see what's going on the other side, unfortunately. Referee just making sure that grip wasn't over the face, but eventually pulling it around, had just gone across. Oh, lovely attack there from Kojaeva. Unfortunately, Arcepeno should have gone off on the opposite side, but she still managed to get the score. that's a bronze medal for Kojaeva of Uzbekistan. Yep, she realised she wasn't going to pull her over the top, so instead she's changed direction and thrown her off to the side instead. Scored a lovely ippon. And for the final of the J2 category under 60 kilograms, we have the #1 seed and the current world champion, Daria Stakhanova, a neutral athlete. And in the blue judoki, we have Isabel Tal of Germany. Tal took a 5th place in the Paralympic Games in Paris. I think she was seen as quite the star with her qualification in Antalya and Giza. But interestingly, she's been a dual athlete, also involved in para-alpine skiing. So she's certainly demonstrating her sporting abilities, quite varied sporting abilities actually. But can she defeat the current world champion for the gold medal? Oh, lovely Makikomi there, scoring a Yuko for Stakhanova. Just see that arm wheeling round, just clips that leg. Oh, Uchigari from Stakhanova there. Now, Tal did demonstrate some pretty impressive Newaza skills earlier on. She's trying to work her leg in there. She's working in both sides. Well, I think she thought she was getting that arm there, but Stakhanova was just waiting for it just to roll. Well, that is a win and a gold medal for the current world champion, Daria Stakhanova. Almost set a trap for her opponent Tal there. Just openly gave her that arm just so she could get that roll and secure the hold. now we come to the awarding ceremony of the J1 category for the under 81 kilogram men. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Gökçe Yavuz of Turkey. And the second bronze medal is for Danilo David Geronimo Silva of Brazil. Silver medalist Cyril Janot of France. And finally, much delight to the crowd here today from the host nation, Saba Bagdavadze of Georgia. Going to the final category of day one of the IBSA Judo World Cup Tbilisi 2026, the J2 category for the under 81 kilogram men.
Now please welcome
On tatami 2. We have the current European champion, Levan Gugava of Georgia, against the #1 seed, Galamjan Smagululi of Kazakhstan, the current Asian champion. So we have a continental champion battle on our hands here for this bronze medal contest. And Smagululi is also the world silver medalist. Quick to find out if Gugava feels like he has the home advantage in this contest.
Representing Lithuania, Osvaldas Pareikis. Blue judogi representing Great Britain, Ivan Molloy. Now let's welcome judoka on tatami 2. Questi naši alianti entre judogi. Levan Gugava, Europis multimedley šampioni paraziudoši. Judogi representing Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan judogi, Galimjan Smagululi.
Okay, so Gugava in the white, Smagululi in the blue for this contest in the fight for bronze. And here we go in the first exchange. Smagululi feels like he has the advantage on the grips here and the moving in this first exchange. But it might just take a couple for Gugava to kind of get that feel and find his place in this contest. Just re-gripping here. There you can see that they're fighting now for that sleeve grip. So right versus left now. Smagululi did try and attack there, but unfortunately he was pulling in the opposite direction of the throw. So just didn't quite manage to get to execute the way in which he wanted to. Specifically picked up by Gugava. Smagululi has been leading on the attacks. Oh, Uchimata attack from Gugava. Wow, control of that was wonderful. I think Smagululi couldn't quite believe it. To see the repeat of that. So Smaguli's just moving. He almost set himself up perfectly for that. And the win goes to Levan Gugava of Georgia. And the bronze medal was decided on the adjoining tatami by Evan Molloy of Great Britain.
Od representing Georgia,
Right, well, we have the final of the J2 category coming up for the 81 kilograms. However, in an unfortunate turn of events, Simone Canizzaro of Italy is unable to compete against the number 2 seed, Begzultan Kulmurza. And so yes, it will be awarded to the athlete from Kazakhstan, the current world champion.
Time for the last final. This is category J2, M under 81 kilo. Finali kategoria J2, vážení 81 kg. The referee from Japan, Mr. Takezawa Toshihiro. Welcome the finalists. In blue judo representing Kazakhstan, Begzultan Kulmurza. Judoka in white from Italy, Simone Canizzaro was unable to compete due to injury.
Just welcoming Begzultan Kulmurza onto the tatami.
Simone Canizzaro, Italia, traumizma, veres paras uz finalში. So the winner in Tbilisi,
And the win awarded.
Gold medalist representing Kazakhstan, Begzultan Kulmurza. Congratulations.
With 2 medal ceremonies remaining, now we will go to the J2 category in the under 60 kilograms women.
Simone Canizzaro, versus presione. Time for the next awarding ceremony. J2 women's under 60 kilo. Kalbadonebo და ბატონებო ვიწყებთ დაჯილდოების ცერემონიას J2 ქალების 60 კილოგრამ წონით კატეგორია. Please welcome the medalists მივესალმოთ მედალოსნებს. The medals will be presented by the IBSA Judo referee director, Mr. Bronze medalists are representing Uzbekistan, Kumushkhon Khochayeva. And representing
First of the bronze medals goes to Kumushkhon Khochayeva of Uzbekistan. And the second bronze medal, Diana Fedosova of Kazakhstan. Silver medal, Germany's Isabel Toll. And the gold medal goes to Daria Stakhanova, neutral Paralympic athlete.
The flowers are presented by the IBSA Judo event and sports director, 3 times world medalist and 2 times European champion, Ms. Sara Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able to for the anthem of the International Blind Sports Federation. Kalbadonebo da Badonebo. ვისაც შეგიძლიათ, გთხოვთ ფეხზე წამოდგეთ უსინათლოთა სპორტის საერთაშორისო ფედერაციის ჰიმნი. Thank you very much. დიდი მადლობა. Family photos, სამახსოვრო ფოტოები. Congratulations to the medalists, who also medal winners. Gold medalist and Tbilisi World Cup winner in this category. Neutral para athlete Daria Stakanova. Time for last awarding ceremony of day 1. GEO men's under 81 kilo.
And now we go to the awarding ceremony of the J2 category for under 81 kilogram men.
Please welcome the medalists, somewhat medal winners. The medals were presented by the President of the Georgian Paralympic Committee, Judo საქართველოს Paralympic Committee's President ბატონი რატი იონათამიშვილი. Bronze medalists are ბრინჯაოს პრიზიორები representing Georgia, ლევან გუგავა საქართველო. Representing Great Britain, Ivan Molloy.
And the first bronze medal goes to Levan Gugava of Georgia. The second bronze medal goes to Evan Molloy of Great Britain. Silver medal, Simone Canizzaro of Italy. And finally, the gold medal goes to Begzoltan Komiltsa of Kazakhstan.
The flowers are presented by the representative of the Georgian Paralympic
Olympic Committee აჯილდოებს საქართველოს პარალიმპიური კომიტეტის წარმომადგენელი ქალბატონი სალომე ავალიშვილი. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. ქალბატონებო და ბატონებო, ვისაც შეგეძლიათ, გთხოვთ ფეხზე წამოდგეთ ყაზახეთის ეროვნული ჰიმნი. Thank you very much. დიდი მადლობა. Family photos.
And that medal ceremony concludes the first day of the IBSA Judo World Cup in Tbilisi 2026. Join us again tomorrow for the remaining weight categories. Thank you very much.
Kazakhstan, Beksultan Polmurza.